Okay. And simply notes and checklist complete करना है काम को, carry list with you and refer to them in order to remember. Okay. So second, तो इसकी strength थी कि flexible होते थे आप, बहुत ज्यादा flexible हो जाते थे, responsive to people होते थे आप, बहुत ज्यादा ओवर स्ट्रक्चर्ड नहीं होते थे, बहुत कम स्ट्रेस होता था, एंड यू हैव ट्रैक्स टू डूज. ओके. वीकनेसेस जो इसमें थी, देयर वाज नो रियल स्ट्रक्चर फॉर लीडरशिप, प्रोएक्टिवनेस, थिंग्स which fall through get cracks, and commitments suffer करते थे because you have a long list of to do. Okay. And little accomplishment was there, crisis to crisis, urgent. I have an emergency, I have an emergency, I have an emergency. So, and now first second generation, planning and preparation. Okay, calendars and appointment books were there, we plan for 6 months, a year, 5 years, and so on. Efficiency in goal setting and planning ahead, making appointments, write down commitments, identifying deadlines. We may keep information on computer or network, whatever. इसकी strengths जो है, we can track all these things which we create, and weaknesses, we put schedule over people. This is very critical. Accomplish more of what I want, not necessarily what is needed or fulfilling. Another weakness is independent thinking. See people as means or barriers. या तो वो आदमी अच्छा है या उसको हटाओ. एंड वो लोग जो है वो प्रायोरिटी, वो मेरा स्केड्यूल है. देन द थर्ड जनरेशन, अगेन clarifying values and prioritizing, setting long term, medium, short term goals. Okay. Strengths, assume responsibility for results, connects with values, taps into the power of long, medium and short term goals. Weaknesses हम देखते हैं, can lead to false sense of control and pride. I have planned it, I have completed that, it create a pride inside me. Power of vision and tapped, can lead to guilt, imbalance of roles. There was no planning about roles. Okay, no flexibility was there. And yeah, now coming to fourth generation, which the book is talking about, put first thing first. So how to put first thing first? Life leadership. I am leading my life. My life is in my hands and I will drive it. Puts people ahead of schedules. Compasses ahead of clocks. My mission is important rather than a single activity. My vision is important rather than a single activity. And जो भी फर्स्ट सेकेंड एंड थर्ड जनरेशन में बेस थे उसको ये यूज करते आती है. You want to lead a life of meaning, contribution with balance. एलिमेंट्स क्या है इसके? इफेक्टिव, जैसा कि बुक का नाम ही है, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So effectiveness. Principles, you run by your principles, you lead your life, you prioritize, not only prioritize, you provide values to your relationships. You put first things first. Why is there a need of fourth generation? of time management. Can anybody say कि इतना तो किया, notes भी बनाए, schedule we made schedules, we plan a lot and so on. Then why it is needed? Why there is need of fourth generation? Anybody?
Some things are just
So please.
important.
Yeah.
Why there is need of this fourth generation time management?
Some things are like so important that they need to be prioritized.
Yeah, prioritization was there in the third generation. Means
So in the
मेरे लिए
fourth-
अभी एक शादी, means I have to attend a reception, wedding reception, and I go to that wedding reception, and I leave this meeting. I don't attend this meeting. I call Vasu. Vasu, sorry, yaar, there is a wedding invite, and I have to go there.
Is it being very practical in executing this?
What I said is practical.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is being proactive means we are learning being proactive through 7 habits of highly effective people. So this is very beautifully shared in the book, and it is this where there is need for the fourth generation of time management, and the answer is this is definition of insanity is to keep doing the same things and expecting different results. Now hope you get that. Means we keep doing same thing again and again and again and expecting different results. This is a quote by Albert Einstein.
So you never lose interest. You continue to have a zest in life. Keep learning and learning. Is that what the fourth generation comes to?
We are coming to that fourth generation time management.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are the author Stephen R. Covey has divided the time we spend or invest. Vasu, only 2 minutes are left. Can I take some more time? Please let me know so that I will go according to that. Okay, I think he is on.
You go ahead. I am about to get into the train. 10 minutes here and there, I don't think is a big problem.
Okay, no, means I am talking about, I have been given 20 minutes. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So this is very amazing that we don't get present about where I am spending my time. Okay. Whether I am watching Netflix, I am doing my house chores, I am doing my office work, I am attending this meeting, I am getting prepared for this meeting, I am reading books, am I going to gym or not? So just get present. Where do you spend your time? Just get present before I move further. And you may say if you want to participate.
Say I want my interest in a varied aspect. No, I don't want to stop my thinking or my learning. So I want to. This should be a continuous process where I don't want to stop. It's a continuous process of learning.
I get you, Padma, that you want to continuous study, learn.
Yes.
Think. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yes, Manish. Okay, so moving ahead about towards the quadrants. How about urgency? Can you see urgency in your life? Emergencies? Can you just stop for 15 to 20 seconds and think which thing is generally gets urgent in your life. अर्जेंसी क्रिएट हो जाती है उसकी. लाइक एक फोन अभी एक मीटिंग में हम लोग और फोन बजता है. व्हाट विल यू डू?
No, what did you say, sir? Can you come again in English? I didn't get what you said.
Sure. Like we are in meeting, okay?
Okay.
We are talking about books, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and your phone rings. What shall you do?
I depends upon the emergency of the call.
Simply, somebody is calling you. What shall you do?
I will disconnect it and I will come back to attend the session. And
Great.
Yes,
Awesome.
it depends on the call priority.
Again, this is priority based. Okay, agar ye call, if this call is priority, then I will attend it. If this call is not my priority, I won't attend it. Again, it's third generation. Priority.
Also depends on the session, how interesting it is.
Yeah.
And how important it is.
Yeah, how interesting.
how can I say that how inspired I am? What is that I really require? What is the need for me to, that dying craving for the or the interest?
Vasu's answer is very interesting. My wife and boss. It is to be taken. It is urgent. So, we spend most of our time in dealing with urgencies, which we call emergency. And, there is some fun, some excitement in dealing with emergencies. Whenever there is a last minute rush for paying an electricity bill, and your bill gets paid, and you said, wow, my bill gets paid last time of income tax return, and you reach to your consultant on 31st of July, and your return gets filed, and you say, wow, my return gets filed, rather than going on 12th of July and submitting that. So we are coming here. The base part of the time management matrix. So there are 4 quadrants. The first quadrant here, which is urgent, and it seems important. Okay. So just think about which things in your lives are urgent, as well as you feel it is important. Like Vasu said, wife a call, if the wife calls him, it is urgent and important, both. Paying electricity bill on time is urgent and important, both. Okay. Any more example of urgent and important?
There is a meeting that we have to attend, and it is necessary to attend.
Yeah, meeting which is necessary to attend, or like I say, you didn't attend that meeting earlier, like exams. Very good examples of exams, when January, February comes, students indulge in studies.
One day before the exam.
Yeah, it becomes urgent and important.
Yeah, and again, people who are dependent on me, old people, like who are real in need of me. So I need to answer their call, considering it as an emergent basis, so wherein I can't avoid. So
of course. Now,
and also medical emergencies also
Like,
can
yeah,
fall in.
medical emergency, like you got flu, you got cold, you have to deal with that.
Yeah, even I want to mention medicines and grocery. Medicines come under urgent and important, and groceries come under not urgent and important.
Yeah, right. So moving at these three quadrant of which is urgent and not important. What is this? Means it seems urgent to me, but not important at all. Like the phone, I am driving car and my phone rings. I have to catch my phone. अब later on I get that अरे वो एक spam था, एक spam call था. Later on I get that कि उसको अटेंड करना जरूरी नहीं था. So it creates urgency, but not important at all. And the fourth quadrant, not urgent, not important. Life भरी पड़ी है इससे. Any examples?
The
Binge
notifications
watching, maybe.
that we get,
Binge watching.
Binge watching, yes.
Scrolling on Insta,
notifications.
scrolling on Insta.
या इंस्टा, सोशल मीडिया. अरे कल की आई है ना, कल की देखी कि नहीं? अरे मुझे कल की से कोई मतलब नहीं भाई. लेकिन मीन्स व्हेन पीपल आर आस्किंग हैव यू वॉच्ड कल की, हैव यू वॉच्ड कल की, it is not urgent for me, it is not important for me, but I will watch Kalki to reply, yes, I have seen Kalki. Okay, so I think this is very clear. Now coming to this part, which is not urgent and important. This is very critical. Can I have some example? The means the activities which are not urgent but important.
Doing some homework that is due 3 days later.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome.
We can delegate some work which are important to us.
Yes, delegation. Particular
Or
activity, specific activity.
Postpone. Also can postpone
Yeah.
some important.
No, I'm asking about a specific activity which is not urgent but important.
Like I I
Exercise.
was having a class today from 7:30 to 8:30. That was
Mhm.
important, not urgent. But I can categorize this into like this. But I gave preference to this reading class, reading club,
Yeah.
because I thought that I will listen that recording.
Okay.
Doing exercise.
Put in the application form for some exam on 25th and today is 12th.
Yeah.
So it is important and I can maybe do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow also. It is not going to do.
Yeah. Manish, you want to say
But
something?
today
Yeah, I
income
was saying
tax.
that doing exercise, regular exercise
Very
is
good.
important.
Very
It
good.
is not urgent. Right now you
Yeah.
have to do.
Which we can postpone for later, not immediate. Sakshi, we are talking about which is not urgent but important. Yes, Pinaki, you have raised your hand.
Yeah, it's like attending this session is important but not urgent for me.
Yes, मैं वहीं पे आ रहा था कि ये जो है, there is no urgency of doing. Why should I come here? Why should I read books? Means I am 45 years old and there is no need of reading books. My life is going very well. My health is very well. There is no need to control on diet. There is no need to work out. So this is we are so much fortunate that we are doing that work which is not urgent. कुछ टूटने वाला नहीं है पहाड़ अगर ये सेशन अटेंड नहीं करते हैं तो. But this is important. So this is quadrant 2. Doing the things which are important but not urgent. And why this is critical is when you perform the tasks which are important, it will not go to quadrant 1 when it become emergency. So हमारी लाइफ तो फायर फाइटिंग में जा रही है ना. अगर मैं जनरलाइज कर रहा हूं, लेकिन फिर भी अगर आप देखोगे तो मैक्सिमम टाइम वी आर इन फायर फाइटिंग. So what happens when we pay attention here on just minute. When we pay attention here, the activities which are important and not urgent, we get leadership of our life. And if we don't do important things which are not urgent, this comes to here and it becomes urgent and important. Like I got cold and I don't go to doctor. I see and think, okay, let's see for 2 days and have rest. And after 2 days, my sickness gets developed. And then I would need more medicine, maybe injections too. Okay. So, Vasu, this is, I have taken 25 minutes. So please let me know if I continue or conclude.
Yeah, you can take 5 minutes and conclude it.
Okay. I will take I will complete this within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how to move here in quadrant 2? The author has beautifully created this. So, moving into quadrant 2 is, first of all, manage the quadrant 1, the emergencies which are urgent and important, because you have to do that. If you don't do important and urgent things, you won't have scope for quadrant 2. So first of all, manage your quadrant 1, which is urgent as well as important. Then move into quadrant 2. Focus on your vision, mission, and what are your values. Things which are important but not urgent. And of course, quadrant 3, which is not important but urgent, seems to you urgent, avoid that. And fourth, totally avoid. Even an activity may become important and not urgent sometimes, which comes to quadrant 4, like entertainment, watching television. When I feel very lethargic, when I am in need of some entertainment, it comes to quadrant 4. Binge watching, so not binge watching, but watching television may come to quadrant 4, quadrant 2, rather than quadrant 4. But if you are just watching for the sake of watching, it is under quadrant 4. So avoid quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. And how do I get there? Simply 6 steps process. Connect to the mission. Review roles. There are different roles you are playing. So review your role, how you are as a father, how you are as a husband, as a wife, how you are as different roles, as a son. Identify your goals and organize on weekly basis. Then exercise integrity. Means you are doing whatever you have planned. Then evaluate simply. So I conclude here. I think I have taken so much time. So thank you very much, dear friends, for listening me patiently. So I am open for any question.
Thank you, Mr. Nikhil. It was a wonderful presentation, like how you manage and move from one quadrant to the another effectively and thoughtfully. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Sir Vasudev, sir, can I continue?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. So today, I'll just give a small introduction about myself. I'm Pratheepa here, and I am a visual sketch noter. That is, any content that we take, it will be, we actually create a visual out of that because of various learners in our community. And visual learners are more, many of them cannot, when they have lots of content, they are unable to conceptualize it, and they fall short of information. So we kind of put it into small pictures, which is called as visual sketch notes. And this is very prevalent in United Kingdom. And many corporates also, they use this method to give presentations, even bigger presentations. They use flip charts to give. But here I have used Canva. So I'll just give a small introduction about later about the visual sketch notes. Now I have made a small presentation with the help of visual sketch notes, telling how to make quicker decisions. The first one is, I hope you're all able to see my PPT.
Yes.
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 Yeah, thank you. So first of all, whatever the problem you have, sit and define it. What problem do I have? Maybe it may come to pages, but we'll have to sit and define what problem do I really have. We have to write it down, journalize it. Then comes a second step. You have to set your goals clearly. Problems might be many, but what is my goal beyond that? What am I trying to achieve? Write it down, journalize it. Next comes, regarding your goals, what kind of information can you collect, and from where all can you collect? It might be from newspapers, magazines, people, net, through phone, via friends, neighbors, anybody, but you'll have to get the information, you'll have to gather the information. Next is, sometimes we get that instinct. After summarizing everything, we'll just get that instinct. Am I, doing the right? No, not this one, sorry. Here. So next we'll have to see the options, what options we do have. So evaluate it, put everything, gather all the information, evaluate it. Whichever is relevant for you, just put a tick mark on that. And whichever is irrelevant, cross it down and make the list shorter, so that you can precisely concentrate on whatever you need to focus on. Next, whatever you have shortlisted, that prioritize it. So here, the main, see, everybody would know sometimes we also follow this, but here the main purpose of visual sketch notes is that when you see the picture, you understand what I need to do. So if we tell the children, you have to do the first things first, as Nikhil ji was saying, first things first, whatever is important for you, you need to do that first. So instead of telling the children, see, whatever is important, do that now. We can always show them the picture, show them this is what you'll have to do. First thing is what? First thing, watching TV or doing the homework for children. Or they can prioritize that. And we can show this picture and tell them. So if it is your homework, where would you put? If it is your watching TV, which place would you take it and keep? Next comes, after prioritizing, just think, if I do this work first and the next work second, what will be the consequences of that? And if it needs the reordering, kindly go to the 5th step. And again, you can always prioritize. Actually, it is not, nothing is kind of, we can always take that 15-10 seconds to always prioritize than repenting later. Next comes that instinct. Yes. So something we feel, yes, something, go ahead. So please go ahead. That instinct will tell you, our intuition will always support us to go ahead or to stop if there is a problem. But unfortunately, we are not able to get the hook of that. And we tend to ignore and move ahead, and we tend to fail. If we succeed, better. But if we kind of fail, we'll have to always think about the instinct that we have, our mind has always informed us about. Next, take decision. Here, I have used many metaphors. If you see, I will talk about the metaphors later. So take decision. For some, we need immediate decisions to be taken. For some, we can always wait and take a decision than repenting on it. Rather than thinking and pondering over whatever we need to make, we need to take action and go ahead. Rather than thinking, yes, if what if this happens, what if that happens, it's okay to take risk. There's nothing wrong as far as it is not concerned with the life. You can always take risk. And next, go back, have a review, have a recheck of what the path which I have followed. Is it right? If it is right, we can always have it as a protocol for our next decisions. Or else we can always make changes in our first, second, or third and move ahead. So this, should I pause here? Shall I continue? Yeah, this is called visual sketchnoting, which it is very easy to picturize the content. And here, if you see, I have used metaphors. For example, in this picture, this one, this picture. Here, I have used the metaphor as playing games. Here, children will automatically relate that if you need to, for example, if it is a chess, definitely you need to make the right decision for you to move ahead. And here I have made steps. So you'll have to prioritize. Step is always the 1, 2, 3, 4, like moving ahead. So which one first, which one second, you need to prioritize on that. And here I have shown a tornado. So when you show a tornado, you need to, when my instinct tells me something is wrong, I have to just turn back. If it is yes, I just need to move ahead. And here the sitting part who's pondering over the decision and the action taken part. And this is this actually is not doodling. This is called visual sketchnoting. This has certain rules to be followed to be sketchnoted. And doodles, actually, the difference between the doodle and the visual sketchnoting is that doodle has, for example, if I say stationary items, and if I need to doodle with the stationary items, I just need to take erasers, pencils, books, sketches, crayons, and with that, I just doodle. There is no concept in it. It's just stationary, and but here we literally tell the meaning of a concept is clearly explained through the visual sketch notes. And currently I'm doing for a grammar part, and also for a person who has asked me for his content, he's presenting, he's a TEDx speaker, he's presenting the content to the schools. So I'm doing visual sketch notes for them. So anything that you want to ask?
Would you please repeat this tornado point?
Yeah. That is, here I've shown that is, we get there is some danger. An instinct will tell us, don't go. So we can just think, stop, and we can always take that few minutes and just think and stop and believe our instinct.
Okay, Pratheepa, this
Our
is so
subconscious-
amazing for me. This
Sorry?
presentation, this is first time for me to see
Okay.
this type of.
But I really
Very much
appreciate this. But
very impressed.
hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I really appreciate. In fact, I was just noting down the sketch notes and the steps that you make, starting from quick decisions and going back and having a review. So I really appreciate, but I just wanted to know, what if you're not good in doing sketches? Like, what if you're not able to?
Beautiful. We need not know the drawing part.
Okay.
We need not know. Actually, the basics of visual sketchnoting is that we need to know the basic drawings of a circle, a triangle, a rectangle, a square, a oval, cylinder, cone. Simple.
No, but will this explain the metaphors, similes, and all that? Like just a circle and will this transform the idea?
100%.
Okay.
Actually, I would just like to show with which I have just created. Which you will be able to understand even more better.
Could you please share this in that group?
Yeah, please. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Are you able to see this?
This is very nice.
Yeah, these are called metaphors. This is called the high waves. This is called the waves wherein this person is going out to take a risk. And how it is an advice, which is a poem written. So this what advice will you get from a tree? So this I have explained it with the help of metaphors. This wave is a metaphor which
Your voice is breaking here.
No, somebody is talking, so I'm not.
Some other
I
voice
think
are coming. Somebody else is also talking actually. I think Sakeen, yeah, now it is okay.
Huh. Yeah, actually this, if you see here, this part, this wave is a big wave, and still that person is taking the risk to move ahead. So the tree tells us that we'll have to stand tall and proud, and we'll have to always be content with our natural beauty, and we'll have to always keep ourselves hydrated and take a risk. And we should always remember our roots, the value, the family, the experiences, what we have gained from the past, and always the learnings of the past and the future. And next, where you'll have to enjoy the trees, always stand above, and they always enjoy the view of the people down, what is happening down, they enjoy it. And it is also necessary for us to be, whoever is on top, to give that hand to pull people up. So that is what the tree shows us. This is the lesson from the tree.
But
So
lesson
these
from
are,
the tree, just sorry for the interruption, Pratheepa.
yeah, please.
Basically, go out for a risk. How it is covered, a lesson from the tree?
Deforestation is naturally a risk for the tree, but still a cut of the tree, it takes that risk. Deforestation is a risk for it.
Okay. Understood.
And still, somewhere, for example, we can always say that from a stone, a small plant comes out, taking risk. Even from a rock, the plant grows. It takes that risk to come out, and that grows. It just the stone explodes, and the roots are so strong that it can even break the stone. So you'll have to take that a bit of risk for you to grow. So I think I finished before, hopefully on time, I don't know, 15 minutes. Vasudev sir, I think my presentation is over. So any
Okay.
Yeah, that is a wonderful insight. I'd actually seen some of earlier in the Telegram group, Telegram, WhatsApp status, and Instagram. I'm aware of this. It is very interesting to note these things that by giving one small picture, like in our system, we call it as a in our factories and all, where we follow the total productive maintenance system or the lean management system. We call this concept as visual SOP. So many of you might be aware of a standardized operating procedure. So same thing, we put it in pictures and we call it as the visual standard operating procedure, wherein we put just like this 6 pictures within one A4 sheet, and we will convey what has to be done using pictures. So people need not need everything that we should do this, like hand gloves are put in place, or you have to use a 16 number spanner or 18 number spanner, all those kind of things we put it up using this kind of pictures. So I could connect to it very quickly, but this also has visually. So now these pictures I am going to utilize it in my company, this method, and put it up. But thank you so
Sure.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
It
And
is
even
very, very simple to understand actually.
yeah, yes. With the, for example, abstract concepts which are to be taught, even in social studies for the teachers. I take workshop for the teachers to tell them how to teach abstract concepts using visual sketch notes. So it is grammar concepts and some dry concepts can be, even the revolt of 1857 can be easily explained through visual sketch notes.
How
It's
can
that
novice like me can learn these
Wonderful.
things, Pratheepa?
Kindly don't underestimate the power within you. Visual sketch
No,
notes is
definitely.
not a magic at all. Anybody can learn. You just need to draw the circles and squares and rectangles. That's it. And some sort of creativity. Creativity, if you just give that some boost to your brain, creativity will always flow. So it's just that we are not using that some percentage of brain in us. So we have to just tap that theta in us for us to become more creative. So kindly don't underestimate your brain. It does a lot more than we think. And I
am asking, is there any defined procedure to learn this, or randomly anybody can take it up and start using this method?
no, we need to learn this, sir. There are some rules and procedures.
Yes.
We called it as visual bucketing, visual hierarchy. There is a procedure to follow, which we take. I take trainings on that too. So if you are interested, please do let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vasudev, sir.
I have a question. So
Yes.
it is somewhat related to what Nikhil was asking regarding the fact that is there any tutorial that you can take, or for that using of circles and squares, and how to use it, and how to use it for making a visual sketch note?
Yes,
Are there
yes.
any tutorials available?
Not tutorials. Actually, it is only in-person workshops. So the videos of it will not be sent.
Okay.
Actually, Piyush from Bangalore, he stays in Netherlands. He comes twice a year, and he does the workshop here in all the metropolitan cities. And we are his trainers, wherein in his absence, we train the people when he in his absence. We go do offline classes also.
So how much time does it generally take for a person who's does not have an artistic bent to get a grasp of this?
1 day.
1 day?
1 day, 9 hours. Or
All
split
right.
it into so many, 9 hours, just 1 day, not the 24 hours. I don't mean 24 hours, 9 working hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And
someone who doesn't even have any idea, so if I talk about myself, I can draw a figure, for science and stuff like that. But when it comes to work, making beautiful,
you
capturing
don't
some.
have to. I have not drawn anything beautifully here. There's nothing to beautify. It's just that the circle needs to be a circle, and the circle should not be a circle with a small gap. That's not a circle. Just that.
I think creativity is what is required here, right?
Yes,
Like,
not the beauty. Here, nothing is beautiful. It's that when you see, you get it. That's all my work is done. It's just the easily grasping of the concepts, Sunita. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Vasudev sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate your
Pinaki,
patience.
thank you. And Pinaki ji, seriously, he only asked me to come and share. And every Friday, I will be presenting one concept. I have done nearly 150 sketch notes on various topics. So I would take the privilege in explaining every Friday, just 10 minutes, I would be explaining each concept. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
thank you.
This is
Thank you
so
so much.
nice.
Thank you so much.
This is really helpful to kids and elders.
Yeah, we take classroom sketch notes also. That's basically for students of any age and for teachers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pratheepa, you have taught us a new thing. It is new thing for me. So thank you for that.
Glad.
सुमेधा, you are on mute. आप कुछ बोल रही हैं आप?
हाँ जी, नहीं मैं कह रही थी कि it is so nice to see her smiling and just discussing everything with a nice smile and all that. अच्छा लगता है.
Thank
बहुत
you.
अच्छा लगता है.
Thank you. Blessed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, it is increasing my DOSE dose.
Lovely.
Pratheepa, I want to learn it actually.
आप जब भी बोलो हम NLP group में ही हूँ. Whenever you want, please do let me
You know
know.
what is this DOAC that she is talking about? Anybody?
क्या Nikhil ji?
Pratheepa said that you are in.
Yeah, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins.
Yes.
Yeah.
अब सबको पता चल गया. अगली in next Friday I will be asking this question to everybody. Answer.
Seriously, so amazing. Wow. We can make this chart from the chapter of book or like that also.
I have contacted Shivani Gupta of our NLP team. I'm authoring a book on phonics with visual sketchnoting. So
Wow.
very soon it will be out. Nobody has done on phonics with visual sketchnotes, especially explaining the grammar part of it. So I'm going to author a book on that with the help of Shivani.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Amazing. God bless you.
Thank you.
Abundant down and saying, giving your inputs today in the group. So keep on coming, giving your updates to us. Remember, not a guest to this team. Okay, so who wants to go next?
Is anyone willing to come or?
Yeah, Padma, you can go as per agenda. You are.
I will just give a brief explanation of the learning which I have done in the first 2 chapters of this 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is basically a very thought-provoking study of how one should take responsibility of their life. So to begin with, what the author says is, he just states about his personal struggles, which was reflected in his own challenges in life. So he had issues with his weight management, and he had difficulties in his relationships, and had a general feeling that he was not able to do anything to reach his full potential. So by weight management, by saying this, what I mean is the weight management, he describes how he struggled with his weight and then how he was stuck initially with a reactive cycle, in the sense like how he remained unhappy with his weight, but not taking any control or action. So action with respect to his diet or doing any exercise for improvement. So this was his reactive approach initially. And then later he changed this into a proactive approach, which involves the setting up of goals and healthy eating by doing exercises regularly. And in the end, he takes a responsibility for all these changes. So now here he talks about the paradigm shift. So he says that the shift is necessary from a reactive paradigm, that is, which means that things that happen to me, this will be the initial reactions, like blaming the other person, feeling powerless to change a situation, which leads to further tension. And now, from this reactive approach, he goes to a proactive approach, wherein he decides that I choose how to move, like he takes a proactive approach here. And also, he also cites the examples like he has got a tough relationship, like he mentions the challenges in his relationships. He feels frustrated with his strained relationship with his family initially, and how he reacted, and then how he turned this to a proactive approach. So this proactive approach basically is involved focusing on his communication with his relations, controlling the emotional responses, and how he can contribute positively to the relationship. So this is your, that is, he directs his energies towards areas where you can make a positive difference throughout your actions, throughout your own actions, by focusing on the areas within our control. That is, we can become more proactive and obviously less reactive in managing the situations and also the challenges in our lives. So this will lead actually to a greater effectiveness and a sense of empowerment. So these are just the brief examples and takeaway from the first chapter. And here is, we often get caught in reactive cycle where we blame external factors for our problems, you know. So this book actually encourages us to shift to a proactive mindset where we take the responsibility for our choices and actions within our circle of influence. So next will be the circle of concern versus the circle of influence, which is the concept which is introduced here in the first chapter towards the end. That is, the circle of concerns is, it includes everything that we care about, the things we may not have control over. Example, the economy and how the other people behave, like, for example, how your colleague behaves in your workplace. And this is in contrary to the circle of influence, which represents the things we can control through our choices and actions. For example, our habits, our reactions, our efforts, and etc. So he emphasizes that the focus should be on the circle of influence. So our energy should focus on circle of influence by taking proactive steps within this circle, and we can create, and obviously we can create a positive change in our lives moving forward. So, for example, proactive behavior, we can set goals, prioritize our task, and develop healthy habits. And you should be accountable for the choices that you take. So you take the responsibility for your choices. So this is the approach to encourage, that is Covey's main approach in this first chapter. This is to encourage the readers to take a very conscious and responsible role in shaping their lives. So for this, he uses his own experience, you know, like he narrates all these experiences, like how you lose a body weight, you know, how to reduce your weight, then how to handle your relationship. So all these experiences he just narrates, and just to tell us how proactive mindset, it can lead to a greater effectiveness and personal fulfillment. This is what he covers in the first chapter. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Can I go for the second chapter, or is it time over, or?
No, there is no time over in.
No, in the sense, is the next person going to take over, or because I planned only for 2 weeks? Okay. The second chapter will be like charting your course with proactiveness. Like, what is the course of action? Yeah, did you say anything, Mr. Vasu? Vasuji, I am not able to hear you at all. Your voice is breaking.
I can't do anything. I am in a train. So I message.
Can anybody
Padmaji.
say if I can proceed?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Padma.
Yes,
Padmaji,
please go ahead.
I have
Thank you.
to say
Thank you so much.
something.
Yeah. So here in this
Actually,
second chapter, yeah, you're saying something?
Padmaji, are you? Yeah. Actually, I want to understand more about these lines, about this circle of influence and circle of concern.
Okay.
That is, like we mentioned that proactive focus and reactive
Yeah.
focus, positive energy enlarges the circle of influence.
Yeah.
Yes, but I want to understand this more. That because position, wealth, role, or
You want to
relationships,
understand?
there are some circles.
Yeah.
This
Just
line
come
and
again.
one
No,
more.
I'm not able to hear you. Yeah, your voice is breaking. Please come again.
Yeah, I'll put it in the message. You can just check it.
One second.
I have sent the message.
Yeah. So you want the difference between circle of influence and circle of concern difference.
No,
Okay.
regarding this,
the circle
I
of,
have sent.
pardon me?
Yes, carry on. This last diagram I am not getting properly. Last diagram, circle of influence and circle of concern.
Where is the diagram that you're talking about?
More.
Oh, somebody is displaying a diagram or?
This
Oh, I'm sorry.
Circle of influence and circle
I
of
have
concern. Rekha is asking about. She wants more clarity on that.
Okay. I can explain to you, but I do not know how to access and give the diagrams to it because I'm not very familiar with the
Well,
forward.
dear friends, please let me.
I have sent in the group actually that reading group.
Well, Rekha, I have created one video about circle of influence and circle of concern. I will post it in the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, Padma, continue, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Padma.
Hello. Yeah, the circle of concern is basically, it includes everything that we care about, no, like what we care about, but we do not have a control over it. Okay, that is the circle of concern. Am I clear here? Hello?
Yeah, pretty clear.
Yes.
Yeah. And the circle of influence which is actually, it represents the things that we cannot control, no, through our choices and actions. Okay, so the circle of influence, it represents the things that we can. I'm sorry, I take back. The circle of influences, it's a contrary to the circle of concern, where the things that we can control through our choices and actions. For example, our habits can be controlled. Our reactions to a situation, supposing we get annoyed to certain things, so we can try to calm down, and that is the area where we can control. And the effort that we give, these are all the circle of influence. These represents the circle of influence. So, and the author here, he wants us to focus more on the circle of influence, so that our energy, it will focus. Hello?
Yes, carry on.
Vasu, please go on mute.
So by focusing on the circle of influence, we create a very positive change in our lives. Okay?
Yeah.
So here our reader, again, he wants us to just be more responsible. Pardon me?
Sorry to interrupt you. So every person will have circle of concern and circle of influence, right?
Okay.
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, you should.
I have
will...
posted one thing. I have posted something on the chat, in our group chat. Details about the circle of concern, circle of concerns, and circle of control. If you have parallel, if you can access it, just you can have overlook. You can also get some idea.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, maybe next time I should prepare a diagram because I'm so very poor in this. So I do not, maybe we'll attend the class of this lady who gave the presentation now. And
Vasu, let me share it. Somebody has posted it in the WhatsApp group. Let me share it. So can you please stop sharing, Vasu?
We can understand, Padmaji, what you say.
actually, I am not able to understand the diagram here.
Friends, I have prepared a complete video on this. So I am putting it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Send
maybe
that.
you can just explain those diagrams, sir, because
No, not here.
See
You
if
will
this
watch
helps.
the video later after completion of this meeting. Yes, this is very good. Which
Yes.
yeah, this seems to be self-explanatory, right?
This outer circle is circle of concern, right?
Yeah, gray one is circle of concern.
The one and
Yes, yes. And center
Blue
one
is
is
circle of influence. The
yes.
white one is
white
circle
one
of
is
control.
circle. White one is
Kind of
circle.
arriving.
Circle of control.
Yeah.
Circle of control. Yes. Okay.
So we can control only of our thoughts, our words, our actions, and our reactions, our decision, our the own decisions. There are many things cannot be controlled.
By doing this, we can increase our circle of influence, na?
yeah, yes, Rekha, of course.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Padma.
Hello.
Yeah, Padma. Please
Yes.
continue.
Yeah. Should I? What do I do now? Like, should I go into the next chapter?
Time, I think.
Time is over.
Care about this thing. That is.
Or we'll talk about this again, once again, like we will just discuss
Yeah.
on these diagrams.
Yeah, Padma, you just discuss it based on this diagram.
Okay. So, one second. So these gray thing, it's all self-explanatory, no? What do we do here? It's all written here.
It's simply, Rekha, like Padma, if you don't mind, can I take from here?
Please, sir.
Yeah,
Please
simply.
do.
So simply, Rekha and everyone, what can I do about the government, the Indian government? I can't change the government. Simple. So there is no point of talking about that the government policies are so bad and so whatever, means people talk like Congress aana chahiye, BJP aana chahiye, whatever. So those things, those policies are not under my control. These are only my concerns. Okay, our country should do this, should not do this. But I don't have any control over that. Where do I have control is only on my thoughts. What do I do? My words, my actions, my behavior, whatever I do. Okay, my daughter should study well. So it is my circle of concern. because I have no control over my daughter. I have control over only on me, myself. So when I lead my life, then my circle of influence gets larger. Okay, my daughter see, okay, I am reading, I am studying, and she gets influenced by me, and it impacts her, and then I can grow that circle. I can enlarge that circle by working on myself.
Yes.
So, clear, Padma and
Yes, sir.
Rekha and everyone?
Very much clear.
Yeah. Miss, I can't do anything what you are thinking about reading or whatever. Okay, Rekha?
Yes, yes.
What I can do is, I can choose what should I read. I can read a novel. I can read a fiction.
So anything that an individual can do for themselves, that is the circle of influence.
Yeah.
And what, so that in nutshell, it is that.
Yeah, of course.
And by doing that activity, we can influence others also, na? That is the
yes,
circle
yes.
of influence. Like I can influence my son or daughter, like that.
Yeah, of
Right.
course. Mahatma Gandhi said, create that own clothes, khadi, create khadi. People started creating khadi.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Yeah, Padma, go ahead, please.
That's it, sir. I think should we stop here, or do I? Or somebody was wanting me to just discuss on the same chapter again, and
You can say, Miss, I think be proactive is complete. You can go ahead with begin with the end in mind if you want to. The next chapter.
Team, can I tell you a small story related
Please.
to what we are discussing now? Last week, I went to meet my friend. He was feeling so sad. When I sat next to him, he was started telling his problem. He said, "See, last day I went out, left my home. When I was leaving, there was a bad weather. Because of bad weather, I get into one small glitch, and I got hurt. But still, I managed, and I reached the bus station. The bus I supposed to come on particular time, but the bus did not reach the bus station at the time. So I got late to my office. When I reached office, my boss was so much anger on me because he got something punishment, or he got something problem with his boss. So he reacted with me. My office colleagues, they were not friendly with me, and they were chit-chatting, and they are talking about something else. And when I was entering, I had a very pathetic day, and I came back to home. When I reached home, my wife, she started scolding me for that. Why you are so late? Why you are so disturbed, and why you are not coming on time? And my kids were having angry on me because of not reaching on time, and they are not spending time with them. Then I was thinking about myself, what has happened, the problem. So I decided I have to wake up early in the morning. Let me complete my rituals and reach a little early and reach on time. See here, we talk about the circle of concern, circle of control, circle of influence. We talk about the first one. The problem is when he went out from his home, the weather he cannot control. The bus reaching on time, he's not able to control. These are the circle of concern. And when he reaches his boss is behaving something different. It's a circle of influence. When he reaches home, his wife said something, and his kids are saying something about he's not reaching on time to home. These are circle of influence. And he started taking action. he was thinking about what to do. Okay, now I have decided I have to wake up a little early. That is the power of that is the control, the thought of circle of control. So whatever we can do, make changes on our own. We have to focus on things, and things will become better. When if worried about why the weather is problem, why bus has not reached, why boss is behaving with me like this, why my kids are behaving with me, these are, if you're focusing on that, then we are losing our happiness. When we focus on circle of control, what are our words, our thoughts and actions, rest all will fall in place. That's all. I think I just wanted to share you a small example. I think it's a small example of what is circle of control, influence, and concerns. So where we have to concern, or where we have to worry about whether we are going to take worried about action or concern or influence. Influence and concerns are from outside that may not be able to change, but we can make focus and we can take action on that, our control. Using that, we can make better place and better influence or better something. That's all, guys.
Yeah, great, Rajesh, great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Rajesh, for giving so much clarity by giving.
It's not a small example, actually. It's a very good, like a metaphor.
Yes.
Everyone will have their own.
I just had a thought. I think people are asking about questions about, okay, what is concern, influence? Okay, I just narrated spontaneously. I narrated this story and just wanted to share it with you.
Yes, very nice, sir. But this circle of control comes under circle of influence, right?
Center point. I think if you talk about in the same diagram, the center one is control.
Yeah, I understand.
Second one is influence. See, the center means it's our own thoughts. The influence, if you go to the central, I think even how my boss is behaved, how my neighbor is behaving, or something, my kids and wife and see, these all influence, because see, we are directly connect with them. Then concern is so many things. Why India lost the last match, and why all the economy is having something, or why there are something so many WFS. I think some of those restrictions are happening in some other company. That is not in our control, right? Or not in our concern also. It's in concerns.
Okay.
Okay. That is nowhere related. I think even
global problem.
Making changes. Yeah. Something else. The load is not proper. The government is not problem, or that other person is having some concern. So that is no concerns. I think we cannot make any changes, because sometimes when we so much worried about these things, we forget what we are supposed to control or what we're supposed to focus. We always think those who are having worried about the concerns and influence, we always try to blame others, or blame our surroundings, or blame the place, or blame with many things. But actually, that the real core is this circle of concern, influence, and control. Please focus on control on your own things. For example, something if someone looking for some job, looking on what it is, how I can make some. I don't get job. I am going there. I think I'm not getting job. How we can upgrade ourselves, or how we can learn something new which is currently required, the current trend required. Are we focusing on that? Otherwise, we can keep on saying that I have so much degree, I have so many experience, but I don't have anything. That is so we have to focus on things. We can control our thoughts. We can control our words. We can control our actions. So these things we have to focus and we have to improvise. That we can make it better. So by making it better, you can influence the circle of influence, not circle of concerns. I think at least I think you can have a better relationship with your partner, the kids. These things you can make it better. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, Rajesh. Thank you.
Are we concluding sessions, or how do you think people are dropping out?
I think we should conclude now.
Yes, I think we can conclude.
Yeah, so
maybe 9:30.
Ideally, the session is designed for 1 hour, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, so
the
it's
session got
not a-
extended till 9:30. I'm sorry, I think I supposed to come on video, but I'm in a dark place. I'm attending to the mobile. The next meeting, I think I will come on video.
Yeah, so what we need to
Excuse me.
do is that as we are reading this book, Stephen Covey's Seven Habits of what is the title? 7 Habits of Effective People or something like
7
that?
habits of effective people.
Effective people. So
I would suggest if somebody can explaining about your screen, your experience on something read, it would be nicely if you are coming up with a small presentation or small anything. That is not a presentation means you have to come with at least you can kind of the last meeting. I think somebody explained about mind map, right? Likewise, I think you can draw something and you can come up with that. This is what learning.
Yes.
Instead of saying
Actually,
orally.
I very much wanted to do, but the problem is I'm not very familiar with the concept of handling the Zoom call. So I will learn it, and I will maybe if I'm going to present it the next time, I will follow your suggestions.
Yeah. See, today also you beautifully explained, but when you are coming up with a small slide, you can make more impact.
I
So
understand.
today also,
The
I think
impact is
impacted
better.
people.
Yes, I could.
You can make
Yes.
better impact with people when you are coming up with small presentation slides. When you are seeing, I think, see, because now we are hearing only. When we
I
see,
understand. I
so the
understand.
two
That
actions are
visual
happening.
impact is better.
Yeah,
I
visual
understand.
impact makes better experience
Yeah,
to the
I
audience.
thoroughly agree, and I will definitely implement it from next time because
Yeah,
I very
so-
much wanted to do it this time, but then I was not very familiar with the access, like I didn't know how to do it. I will learn it and I will do it in the next opportunity.
Yeah, I really appreciate you. I think whatever you studied, whatever you read, you wanted to share with us. That itself is a big thing. You come forward and share your experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
Thanks a
returning.
lot.
When you are sharing something that will make you are influencing or inspiring others. Okay, let me read. Let me read that page, or let me read that content and whatever you have explained. So that will inspire people to read more. Thank you so much for that.
In fact, I was inspired by all of you because I've just started this. I was inspired by all of you that I forced myself to give one today. Though I am not
Good,
very
good.
fully proficient in it, I was much inspired
That's
by all
okay.
of you. But I will definitely
Don't you think?
implement all your suggestions.
Yeah. No worry about the professional, all these things. See, coming forward and sharing your experience is great. That is a great thing. On Friday evening, how many of us are discussing about the book, and I think we don't know each other, but still we are here joined together and we want to share some experience, share our knowledge. That is a great thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
at least
sir.
you don't
Yes.
think about whether you are professional, not professional. That's like secondary.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Come forward sharing. Yeah. Okay, I think we can. We are very 11 people. Thank you so much. Let's meet next week, next Friday at 8 o'clock. Let's adjourn this meeting as of now.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
night
See you
to
all.
you.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.